Hi, this is Amelia Vogler. I'm the Executive Director of the Healing Touch Professional Association, and I am so excited again to be talking with Jonathan Binder about his Energetics of Expression workshop that he's leading for us. Jonathan, hey, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. And I'm here in Kauai and happy to be recording a little video with you to let people know about the energetics of expression.
It sounds like there's really good energy supporting this conversation, so I can't wait to hear more. So tell us a little bit about this program you've created for us.
Sure. Well, first of all, I just want to say that the energetics of expression is something that has been one of the through lines for my work for a really long time because I've been an energy practitioner and energy worker healer for 30 years now since I was pretty young. And so this work has kind of underlays a lot of my coaching work around public speaking and self-expression. And I've taught it before to only to my coaches who I've trained and certified in my whole method have gone through a year-long training to become a whole speak coach, but I haven't ever made it public before. So this is the first time that I'm doing that.
Oh, I'm so excited because I know in the training that you did for our group before, there were underlying energetic aspects of your work that were so resonant, they were so powerful that we had some discussions after that class. And I'm just so excited that you're going to bring some different somatic principles in, really working through the chakra system in a neat way. If you were going to give us some highlights about what you're going to share with us, can you give us a little preview?
Sure. So first of all, there's a level that's kind of like a theoretical framework underpinning of understanding how energy works when we are communicating, when we are, for those who are speaking to the state from the stage or talking to groups, but also just in any type of self-expression or communication and principles. So for example, if you're talking to a group, one of the things that I like to talk about is speaking as an act of transmission. And that when we do so with intention and we let our energy come out, when we understand the principles behind how different things function, we can do so far more powerfully, whether we're doing that with clients or with a group.
Yeah, I love that idea of the transmission, the bidirectionality. I'm thinking also of how that principle can be applied to our intakes, because we do a lot of really deep listening and really trying to tap into what's going on between the person and their story, and also how we're resonating with that person. So I even think this idea of transmission and being deeply connected to our clients can bridge all the way through our sessions.
Definitely. And I just want to give one example that's one small example of many things. And this example also shows how there is this overlay between the energetics and the psychology of communication that I have found. These are principles that have just proved themselves over and over throughout the year. So one example I found is that if someone is under enunciating and they have very soft enunciation and it's a little hard to understand them, they may have a block around being able to impact other people and thinking that they're not able to or that they can't. And so there's an energetic barrier in the way. So there are so many of these that come out in terms of how we speak, what's happening in the body language and through the voice, that when you can hear that and you recognize, oh, that's happening, and then you can look for the correspondences of what's happening on the energetic level, it'll help you to be able to better diagnose what's happening and then also to be able to work with them far more effectively.
Oh, I love that. And you touched in on something that we talked about together the other night, and that was those vowel sounds, even not just the tone. And I don't have your strong vocabulary in these, but you were talking about maybe the level at which someone is speaking, quietly versus loudly. But you also touched into how the sounds are functioning.
Right. So all of the different vowel sounds have correspondences with different chakras. Now, interesting, I just have found this through my studies for many, many years. And then when I studied sound healing, I also saw there was a correspondence with how different sound healers were laying it out in exactly the same way. So I thought, awesome, I came to the same thing for that part of it as well. But then it also goes further in terms of what you just said, in terms of, like, for example, the different vocal dynamics, pitch, tempo, volume, habits that people hold. If it's like doing something too much or not enough, all of those indicate energetic patterns. And so that's a lot of what we'll be getting into in terms of the energetics of expression in this 2-part workshop.
Cool, Jonathan. I can't wait to join you in that workshop. Talking about other patterns, I know I have spoken about this before with you, just around my nervousness and like all those patterns of getting up on stage and thinking maybe this isn't going to go as well as I want it to, and I start shaking like a leaf. And so are you going to touch in on some of those aspects, those sort of patterns as well?
Yeah, in terms of all the things that apply specifically for public speaking, we will definitely have a section on that as well. But I want to be clear that this is a comprehensive introduction to the energetics of expression and how that applies both for public speaking as well as for any everyday communication, and just how self-expression is reflected on the energetic level all the time. So it covers like all of that, and this is just like an intensive introduction to something that I'm really excited to be able to bring to the public, because I've never taught this publicly before, and I think it's going to be very illuminating for all of those who are sensitive energetically or just simply want to have a deeper kind of inside peek of what's really going on underneath the surface in our communications.
Well, Jonathan, I am so excited. And, since meeting you over the holiday last year, I know you as a strongly energetic force. And I know you as also a really wonderful, kind, compassionate, and humble speaker and human being. So I'm so delighted to have you joining our community again. And I'm so grateful for the transfer of wisdom that you're going to share with us.
Well, thanks so much, Amelia. It's great to bring this to your community.
Thank you.